We have to do this. We have to join arms, and we are not here today to run the police down. We are not handing the demands, which I'm going to read out, to the police station to tell them they're not doing their job. We are here to build a collaboration between the police, the churches, the mosque, and the community. We are here to support him in the quest of eradicating our society from the ills of apartheid, from the ills of the drug lords, and all those lost souls. Those children that are on drugs at this moment in time, they are our children. Alles onze kinders. And we need to have them back with us. We don't want to hand them over to the devil. So without further ado, I'm going to read out the memo of demands. There is a constable in the place of the station commander, and our plea is that this must be handed over to the highest order, inshallah. So, I thank you for your attendance, and on behalf of the convener of this particular march, Brother Anwar Sadat Abrams, all 5 mosques in the area and churches and community, this memorandum will be requested to be escalated to the office of the President as it demands call on actions from civil society, public institutions and government in a proactive attempt to address the serious challenge of creating a safe and secure environment for all. We, the citizens of Doha, in particular, and all law-abiding citizens, has come together for the common good of safety and security as enshrined in our Constitution. For too long are we being held hostage by the criminal activity of rather unfortunate lost souls in our homes and in our streets. Our demands is not that of building bridges or pointing fingers, but that of fostering healthy and trusting relations in fighting for peace, security, and safety. In the interest of our human dignity and basic human rights, we irrevocably demand the following. We demand a fully functional police station that is caters for every aspect of safety and security, and not only uphold and enforce the law, but to treat the complainant and the victim with dignity and respect. That is fully staffed with well-trained police officers that are and can be connected to designated doctors and social workers and counsels and nurses, etc. That is equipped with a victim-friendly room for survivors of crimes. Number 2, to bring an end to corruption in our law and justice system. Number 3, to eliminate corrupt and unfit officials and grant greater acknowledgement and reward to the committed and the dedicated police officers. Now I want to pause by this particular point. In my educational at being the head of Ikra Academy, there was often police coming in and they're giving the service so unselfishly. And you could see the commitment and the dedication that they have shown. We want to salute those police today as they continue, doesn't matter how difficult, remain positive in whatever you do. To bring all perpetrators to book and institute a rehabilitation program, they are meaningful and successful. We don't want to create gangsters in those jails. Number 5, to ensure greater police presence and cooperation with civil society. Number 6, to be solution-driven in bridging the gap between reported cases and successfully addressing it. Too many times we see the culprits is still walking around. To ensure that the endorsement of legislature result in efficiency, effectiveness, and successful prosecution of crimes. To enhance a greater collaboration between law enforcement of the state, civil society, and grassroots organizations. Number 9, to build an effective and efficient collaboration between the police force, educational institutions, our places of worship to combat crime and create a healthy and safety and peaceful society. Number 10, to collectively build a strong personal leadership development program to not only develop our youth with strong moral values, but also our parents. And too often we say that it is a lack of parenthood, not because parents don't want to be parents, but we are saying that there's only 2 reasons why a family fails. It is either the irresponsibility of a parent or the inability. I would like to believe in most cases it's an inability. It's because we are not given a book. There is no currently a book that will teach a parent how to be an effective parent. But we need to reach out as community workers, as the police, as churches, as mosques, and collectively begin to empower our people, empower our youth, so we can all have a greater future by God's will. And so I believe there is also the Ratepayers Association that would like to have a few words, and I'm going to hand over to them now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everybody. I think at this stage, I want to say to all the youth here, give yourselves a big hand for being here today. You know, this morning I walked and I marched, and I said to myself, I was working with a young man, I think he was 4 or 5 years old, and I said to myself, it's the youngest and the oldest marching. And why did we march? Ask yourselves, why did we march? We want to have a better Belhar. I want every person here to feel proud of Belhar. Councillor Jafta behind me, he knows me very well. And I always tell him, Councillor, ons moet trots wees van Belhar.